Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm your host Biscuits and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 vehicles with crazy wheel camber. So this is actually part 2. I have made a previous video and I will leave a link to that video down below in the description. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out that one. So there are a handful of vehicles in GTA Online that you are able to lower the suspension at any mod shop, and doing so will camber in the wheels. Now I went ahead and compiled 5 more of these vehicles on this list since this is part 2. And one thing to note before we get started, these 5 vehicles are not in any order. It's just simply 5 vehicles with crazy wheel camber. So let's get straight into it. Starting off with the first vehicle, we have the BF Weevil. The BF Weevil is based on the original Volkswagen Beetle. And as you can see, once you lower the suspension down, it cambers in the wheels quite a bit. So look how crazy those wheels are cambered in, all that negative camber going on. Now this vehicle is cool. You can take it into Benny's and upgrade it to the Weevil custom variant. However, you're not gonna have as much negative camber on the wheels. I actually bought this car strictly because of the camber. But yeah, when you look at the wheels and tires from like the front, like look how funny that looks. Look how like slanted they are. It's really funny. It's almost like, how is this thing drivable? Like, how do you turn? So anyway, that is about it for the Weevil. Let's go ahead and move on to the next vehicle on this list. Up next is the Maxwell Asbo. This vehicle is based on a Vauxhall Corsa, and as we can see, these wheels are seriously cambered in. This is slammed to the ground, and from the back, this thing looks absolutely hilarious. Like, look at those wheels. That has some pretty serious negative camber going on. Now, I actually just recently did a customization video on this vehicle, so if you are interested in that, be sure to check that out on my channel. So the Maxwell Asbo is pretty horrible as far as performance-wise, but customization-wise, it is very, very good. You can pretty much trick this thing out to your wildest imagination, and also slam it to the ground and get some pretty serious negative wheel camber. So the Maxwell Asbo is in the compacts class, and really the only notable thing about this car is the customization and the wheel camber. Up next, we have the Karin Previon. This vehicle is based on a Lexus SC400. And as you can see, I have this thing lowered all the way down as far as it will go. And it has some pretty serious camber going on with the wheels. Now, the Karin Previon is actually a tuner's vehicle. So with any tuner's vehicle, you are able to stance it via the interaction menu. So if you go into Manage Vehicles, down to Vehicle Preferences, and go down to Vehicle Stance, and select it to Lowered, as we can see, it drops the car down even further, and it cambers in the wheels even more. Now this thing is like absolutely slammed, and now the wheels are even more cambered in. So like I said, this is a tuner's vehicle, so that also means the customization on it is very good. So if you guys are looking for a new car to customize that also has some pretty serious negative camber on the wheels, I would definitely look into the Previon. Coming in next is the Gallivanter Baller STD. So this vehicle is very obviously based on a modern 5th generation Range Rover. And as you can see, we have this thing slammed all the way down and the wheels are cambered in. Now, I don't know if I would say the amount of camber on this car is like crazy, but for an SUV, it kind of is pretty crazy. Negative camber going on for sure, as well as in the back. Now, the Gallivanter Baller STD is an Imani Tech capable vehicle, so you are able to install a missile lock-on jammer or a remote control unit. Coming in last, but certainly not least, we have the Dinka Kanjo SJ. This vehicle is very obviously based on a Honda Civic from the 1990s. So this actually shares two different generations. So as you can see from the front, it has the 5th generation Honda Civic headlights. And if you walk around here to the back end, the rear end and the tail lights are from a 6th generation. Now the Kanjo SJ is mainly based on the Honda Civic EJ Coupe. Now as we can see, we have some crazy negative wheel camber going on, which is pretty fitting for a Honda. Now the Kanjo SJ is also a tuner's vehicle, so just like the Previon, we are able to stance it via the interaction menu. And as we can see, when you stance this thing, it slams this thing down and the wheels get cambered in even more. Look at this thing. It is absolutely crazy. This thing is just absolutely dumped. This car is slammed to the ground. Honestly, I don't even know how you turn when you're this low. I don't think you can. People who replicate this low in real life are on air ride or bags. Because if you're static, you're not turning. Like you're just going straight. You cannot turn because your wheels will hit those fenders. All right, guys. So there you have it. The part 2 to top 5 vehicles with crazy wheel camber. If you guys enjoyed this video or learned something, please drop a like. Also, please be sure to check out the first episode of the top 5 vehicles with crazy wheel camber. I will leave a link down below in the description. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check that out. What is your favorite vehicle in GTA Online with excessive wheel camber? Comment down below. Please consider subscribing to the channel for more stuff like this. Thank you guys for watching. Please stay safe, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.